everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Cambió la pelota para Dario, el nene, la tiró por arriba, sí. ¡Gol!
Temporada Fútbol. El programa de los futboleros. Con noticias en cuanto al fútbol local, la Liga Española, Liga Europea, Liga Sudamericana, la Liga Mexicana y lo más relevante en cuanto a noticias, controversias, resultados. Temporada Fútbol. Todos los miércoles a las 7 de la noche por 803 Megamix. Tan latina como tú. Temporada Fútbol. Fútbol.
Alright, what's up everybody? This is 803 Mega Mix. We're going to do some English commentary on international football. My name is Ethan Platanis. I've been on here before, but I'll go ahead and introduce myself again. I play for Lobos FC, and that's UPSL. And right here we got Oliver Postic and Evan Phillips. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Oliver Postic. I grew up in Colombia, and I recently just graduated from Sewanee, a small school in Tennessee, but I've kept up my passion for soccer or football, however you prefer to call it, by playing pickup there like 2 to 3 times a week, and I've found that I enjoy it more than the competitive parts of high school soccer.
Heck yeah, so you played varsity, right?
Yeah, I did. I played varsity at a school in Virginia.
So who's your club team?
My club team, even though I'm wearing a Marseille shirt,
It's a beautiful shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I couldn't not wear it, you know.
Yeah.
But my favorite club team has been Arsenal.
I'm sorry.
The first jersey I got as a kid was a Thierry Henry, you know, with the O2 on it, and you know, just seeing him slide on his knees, like how could you not?
Oh yeah.
How could you not watch?
Bend
that?
to the far post.
Yeah.
And who's your international team?
So, as the Marseille shirt might suggest, I have French and Serbian lineage as well as American. And so I support all 3 of those teams, the Serbian national team, the French national team, and the U.S. one. And it's been fun. It's been really cool to see the growth of both the U.S. and Serbian teams as well. I've enjoyed the success of the French national team.
Yeah, you must have been really happy a few years back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, as a French Serb, Djokovic won the day before at Wimbledon, and
Nice.
and France won the next day. It was beautiful.
Heck yeah. All right, Evan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I no longer am playing soccer or competitively. Play a little bit of pickup here and there, but mainly just a spectator now.
Yeah. What's you played in school, didn't you? In college?
Yeah, I did a year up in Spartanburg at a junior college, Spartanburg Methodist.
Yeah. I understand that was like pretty intense.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely was. You know, just waking up early.
Yeah. Having to run a lot. Yeah. So, club team. It's I see you're wearing an Arsenal jersey. Is that your favorite club team?
Indeed, Arsenal fan.
Sorry about that.
So the reason I started liking Arsenal was when I first played my first FIFA game, 05.
They had like a little gun on the badge, so that was like the coolest one.
No, it's because I just chose the very first league, which was the Premier League. Then I chose the very first team, which was Arsenal.
Aston Villa.
Heck
For
yeah.
a second, I guess.
Were they in the league?
Or
at
it
the time?
might have been just like the very first, just 4 or 5-star team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, Arsenal is top of the league at the start every year. And
They're always number 1
Yeah,
at the
they were.
beginning of the league.
Don't know what
Very
happens
well.
after that.
All right, so let's get into what we wanted to talk about, and that is the league leaders. We will start with Ligue 1. Oliver, can you pronounce that for us?
Liga.
Very beautiful. And we got a surprise winner. Who did y'all think was going to win this year? Before.
You know, beforehand, I always, as you know, has happened, you know, over the past couple of years, few years. PSG. That's
Yeah,
what
right.
they
One
have
team
Neymar,
league.
They have Mbappe. They have Di Maria.
Yeah.
And then they even
I think
had
they really
a party
don't have an
with
excuse
Cavani
to not win the league.
Yeah.
They should be steamrolling
Right.
that league.
What I mean, that's similar to when lost to Monaco last season, which was a big womp.
Or two.
But
That was
2 seasons ago, right?
Yeah.
And then they sold off their whole team. So, PSG in second. That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, I think really like it was amazing what the coach did and the owner, and, just being able to. We saw Renato Sanchez perform like he did
Right,
at the
right.
Euros in 2016,
Yeah.
and for Benfica they got him that signing
Yeah.
at in Germany.
Yeah, and their striker, what's his name?
Mehmet Yilmaz.
Yeah.
And they also have the American Timothy Weah.
Oh, right,
He
the
played-
American.
He didn't play too much, but yeah.
I'd like to
Definitely
see some
made it smart.
American representation.
Heck yeah.
I like seeing Renato do well though, especially after he kind of broke out with Bayern.
Well, you
his first
forget how
couple of
young he
years.
is.
Yeah, he was so young. Then he kind of fell off for like a season or two, or just been more quiet.
Yeah.
But just keeping his head down because he's got all the talent, and I think the way he plays, especially the way football's going, it's a lot more dynamic. A lot of hard running in the midfield. I think he's got all that. I think he would definitely excel, or he should be excel. Definitely
Yeah,
excel.
and yeah, I mean, he's gonna be. Is he gonna start for US? Is Weah gonna start for US? I know we have some decent strikers.
We'll see. He's definitely played a role in the
So,
US.
I think the most amazing thing for me was the fact that how much money PSG has spent on strikers, and they get outscored by. I mean, was Yilmaz a free signing or like? But he was nothing. He was like 10 mil or something like that compared to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens, when even though it is good to trust youth, and Bakker and Giallo, those young defenders, and
Were those their center backs?
no, Bakker played as a fullback, and
Oh,
Giallo
right,
did
right,
play
that's right.
as a fullback and a center back, kind of like
Yeah.
Kimpembe did a few years ago. But yeah, you just can't, you can't structure a
predict
team.
that,
You
right.
can't. You have to have the foundation in a team to
Yeah.
be successful over a long period of time, like a season, and you can't do that with young, inexperienced defenders, and then it's kind of in the midfield as well. They had a problem.
Yeah. They keep trying to fix that. They keep trying to get like a spine midfield, and obviously Verratti is going to be their guy.
Yeah,
But
he just,
they keep looking for that destroyer, like that guy's like going to run for them and put the extra work in.
Looking for a Mata replacement still. Thiago Mata.
Oh, Thiago. Motta,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
He was so good for them.
God,
He's awesome.
so-
All right, so let's move to Serie A. So this was kind of a big surprise. Who were y'all thinking was going to win this beginning of the season? Oliver?
So I don't pay too much attention to the Serie A, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was expecting Juventus to have a problem because, I mean, certainly last season with Cristiano, it just doesn't seem as if he makes the team better. Sure, he gets the goals and everything,
Yeah.
but he never really established
Right.
a great relationship with like Dybala.
Yeah.
And like we've seen the young guys like Kulusevski from Sweden. That guy has
Oh my
been
gosh.
so good for them.
He's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I was expecting just like in Liga, I was expecting the Giant to remain.
Right, I was too.
Who's the center back that Juve got to play for?
Turkish
Delict.
guy, right?
Delict.
Yeah, Delict.
For,
They also
from
picked up
Ajax.
Delict.
Yeah, he's great.
He's starting to improve a lot.
Gosh.
The Turkish guy,
Mary something? Demal?
Oh, Damari. Or no.
Demiral. Yeah.
Mary Demiral.
Yeah, so they have some
That guy's a brute.
young players. My main thing with Juve was they pick up Ronaldo, I'm assuming, to win the Champions League, right?
That's why you get Ronaldo.
There's also the huge marketing benefits you get
Oh,
from
of
him.
course.
But then you go and get a manager who
Was a serial loser.
serial loser.
Pirlo.
Pirlo.
Oh shit! I was
He's
thinking
won Champions Leagues.
I was not thinking of Pirlo. I was thinking of the before him.
Well, oh yeah. I know you don't like him. I'm sorry, but so why do they go and get Pirlo when they're trying to win a Champions League? You know,
Maybe just copying the whole
like a trend.
Madrid just picking up. Yeah.
Zidane.
And
Chelsea
it was cheaper than
Lampard.
It was cheaper than paying for someone like a Mourinho or
Right.
I mean, I guess Allegri again maybe.
Well, so Inter Milan goes and wins this season, and then Conte leaves. Pretty interesting. Milan comes in second, first time they're in the Champions League since, like 2000 or 7 years.
Yeah, it's been so long since Çalhanoğlu was, I think, still on the team back then. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nah,
he was the one player.
He was
No,
at
he was still at Leverkusen scoring
Yeah.
bangers.
I don't think they have any of the same squad,
No,
honestly.
probably not.
I didn't watch a lot of Italian soccer this past year, just besides Lukaku just tearing up defenses.
Yeah.
He's really coming to his own this season. It's just a very complete striker.
Oh yeah, he's been amazing and immense for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Conte and going back to Conte and
They had a good relationship, didn't they?
well, he at the beginning of the season he wanted more or not. It was kind of I think towards Christmas that he was demanding from the board and the upper level management. I guess Gazeta or no
Right.
sorry upper level management
Yeah.
that like he needed new players, but they told him no, and he said, okay, I'll work with the ones I got, and I think it worked out pretty well for
Yeah,
them.
it worked out fine. So, I did a little bit of research on this. The Chinese company who was investing in Inter, they, the Chinese government now considers football a luxury, so they tax it as luxury. So now a lot of these Chinese investment groups can't really afford to do what they were doing a few years ago and pumping money into these teams. And they basically just said, we're going to stop buying y'all.
Is that just like all international teams or just like from the Chinese league?
That is just Chinese companies' ability to spend money outside of China.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like in the European leagues.
Yeah, so now it's probably going to be a little mix-up. Like, the Inzaghi, the coach from Lazio, is now going to be coaching Inter.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good coach. But all right, so let's go to Bundesliga. We won't spend too much time on this one.
How many times do the Chinese, like, because they were just known for just splashing out crazy money, how many times do they make like a really just solid, good investment?
Did they do Wolves? Were they the ones that took over at Wolves?
No, they're kind of owned by I think it's a Portuguese company as well.
My impression was that I could be completely
Or
wrong.
they have Chinese investment.
They just had a good relationship with a Portuguese agent.
Yeah, with I'm losing his
George
name.
Mendes?
Yeah, Jorge
Yeah.
Mendes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jorge Mendes, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go quick in the Bundesliga. Bayern.
I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
Lewandowski, how many goals was it?
He didn't even he would have broken the record, like.
And he didn't even he didn't start all the games for them.
Yeah.
And that's a 40-year-old record.
Yeah.
Like, if something, I mean, with all the we've seen Messi, we've seen Ronaldo, we've seen all these greats in our lifetime, and we're just young. We're in our young 20s.
We didn't even get to experience
Something to
Gerd
be
Muller.
40 years old.
Right.
It's insane. Also, I've heard, I haven't seen too much footage, but I've heard the defenses weren't exactly,
Well, also, I think it's a Bundesliga record.
Yeah, no, it's a Bundesliga record, yeah.
I mean, that is pretty incredible, though.
What's the record?
Was it like 35 goals for Gerd Muller in a season? Or 32 goals, something like that?
I think it was more than that.
We'll just look it up really quick.
But yeah, I mean, if you look up I forget how many goals Andre Silva scored for Frankfurt, but
Oh, he did well, didn't he?
yeah, he did really well, and he just he can't really gather too much acclaim because of Lewandowski, and then you have Haaland.
Oh, yeah, it was 40 goals.
40 goals.
40 goals in one season. Yeah. Okay, so on to the Prem. This one was so crazy at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Leicester let it slip. City takes it. Who did y'all think was going to win at the beginning of the season?
I had it on Liverpool City.
Liverpool City. What about you, Oliver?
I mean, I was thinking Manchester City was my first choice. And then
Yeah, a lot of
thought,
people. I picked that as well.
because I was thinking Pep really when he loses the league, he wants he doesn't lose many leagues.
Yeah.
Or he hasn't over his career, and I think that just you could see it in that Amazon documentary, the All or Nothing one. Just his drive and determination to win.
Yeah, and he keeps re-signing contracts with City. Like,
yeah,
this is the longest he's ever been at a club.
Yeah, I mean he spoke about it with I think it was Rio Ferdinand this past or before the Champions League final. Even though they lost, he said that he just really he has such a good relationship with the owners, and he likes everything about the club. Like everyone at the club is perfect for him. I mean, it's probably has a lot to do with money.
Cater whatever he really needs.
They have
they even try to sign Messi.
Right.
They're doing whatever he wants.
He didn't like the housing situation in their complex, and they just tore down 3 houses and built one giant mansion for him.
The Sheik is just down with these buildings.
Just do whatever he says. United coming in second. We're gonna talk about United in a little bit, but Liverpool.
United said them.
I think it was good to see.
It
was good to see a resurgence from Liverpool at the end of the season.
It was amazing, really.
Capped off by that Alisson header. Oof.
Without him scoring that, they're not getting Champions League.
I know. They didn't have a fighting chance without that. And that is like a header from a striker, perfect flick.
Yeah.
It's like I saw Giroud do many times in an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah.
And in a French one, for that matter.
I'm still salty about Giroud not scoring enough goals for Ozil to get the assist record, but we can talk about that later. So Chelsea in fourth. Where did y'all think Chelsea was going to come at the beginning of the season? I thought I had them at fifth.
I didn't think they'd have enough to break the top 4.
Yeah. Well, they had so many.
What were you saying about how many goals their top scorer is Jorginho?
Oh God.
Yeah, and it's all from the spot.
Their top scorer is
7
Jorginho,
goals.
and they managed to creep into 4th place. What was the rest of the league doing?
I don't know, man. And gosh, imagine if they had Tuchel from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, if they had
goals for.
I don't even want to think about that.
Yes.
Although he did lose to
Only let
Arsenal.
in 36 goals.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that Thomas Tuchel, as Chelsea manager,
The defense
Champions League
tightened up.
winner,
1-0
lost to Arsenal.
Their top scored. Scored a
Team
goal.
who can't even make the Europa Conference League.
Wow. So
we're just here for
Leicester-
bants. We're here for banter. That's it.
So Leicester fifth. They bottled it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
We're missing Welbs. Danny
Welbeck. I mean, Danny Welbeck actually played pretty well for Brighton.
He was. He had a beautiful goal. He chipped the keeper.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, that's not how Danny Welbeck played at Arsenal.
I'm just thinking of the Danny Welbeck.
He chipped. He chipped. Who was it? De Gea at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that famous Di Maria sending off game by Michael Oliver.
Wow, this guy's got the memory.
I don't know if that's either my favorite Danny Welbeck memory in Arsenal shirt or just the header.
My favorite's when he left.
Against Leicester.
Danny Welbeck.
Yeah. Oof.
Jeez.
All right.
But yeah,
Tottenham.
no, I will to go back to Chelsea.
Yeah, please.
When they made all those signings, those are all players that I really liked.
Yeah, it was like a kid playing FIFA.
Yeah,
Making
for real,
signings.
for real. It was like me on my ultimate team.
Yeah.
But Kai Havertz, oof,
What do you think?
He just has all the tools.
He's a baller.
The movement, the touch, the decision making. He's wonderful. Werner, I think, the transfer fee got to his head a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then just not scoring, and when you just don't score as a striker, that you kind of lose the feeling.
All right.
He's just in a really bad rut, but for me, he does, when you're just getting yourself in that many scoring opportunities, that's good in itself.
That is
Yeah. Fair enough. So he's still got it, but
he needs to
Once,
work on.
once he just gets a little bit of rhythm with finishing,
Yeah.
then he could definitely become.
Whenever I see him, he just seems a little off. The constant offside. offside calls, and then
And I feel like that's really down to like rhythm. It's just like he's a step or two just off his game.
That's true.
I mean, in the Champions League, we're gonna talk about the Champions League final, but he missed like 2 goals that Timo Werner at Leipzig is burying. He's burying both of those. I don't care if he played a different style of football. He's burying those 2 opportunities.
I mean, running in behind, I think he's been doing more or less this.
Was Werner
Kinda
always
same
offside
now for Tuchel.
in Germany too? Or is that
No,
just
no.
as it started?
Yeah, that's not a character of his game. Like, who knows? We'd have to do like a deep dive or something.
So what happened to Tottenham this season? 'Cause
yeah.
they were like, I was honestly worried that they were going to be challenging for the title this year too.
Beginning of the
Beginning
season,
year.
they were on top of the table.
Yeah,
Southampton
they were
was on top
balling.
of the table at one point, you know.
Where did Southampton finish?
They-
15th. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Danny Ings was out for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and they do kind of play that high press,
Right.
sort of just very physically demanding.
You need
football.
a really big and athletic squad to do that.
Ward Prowse though.
Yeah, Ward
Yeah.
Prowse.
Boy, a
What a
sniper.
guy that
Oh,
is.
I feel bad for him. Getting left out of the England squad to finally.
That's
It's
Subbed.
incredible. Well, we're going to talk about that as well. But let's move through this really quick. West Ham in 6th. That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Jesse Lingard show, Thomas Suchek.
Yeah.
Thomas Suchek was one of my players of the season in the Prem.
Declan Rice
He-
also just holds
yeah.
that team together.
Yeah.
I think if Declan Rice didn't get injured, I think that midfield partnership of Suchek and Rice is just.
He played it. I don't know about last season, but the season before, he played every single minute. That's probably why he got injured.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why we saw Saka for Arsenal just kind of fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
That's fair.
Relying so much on a 19-year-old
Yeah.
Well,
That's
or
ridiculous.
20-year-old.
England thought it was good enough as well.
All right, so let's just go to CL. I personally did not even have Chelsea in the picture at the beginning of the season. I
No.
didn't think that they were anywhere close to the team. I actually thought Liverpool was going to win it, and then half their team got injured. So Oliver, who did you have winning? And then Evan, can you tell us too?
So I was thinking that that PSG would, after losing the final in Lisbon, I thought they would go after.
In a way,
I thought Tuchel would help them.
In a way, that's a really fair assessment because Tuchel and Thiago, was it Thiago Silva?
Yeah,
they
Thiago
went on to
Silva,
win
that's
it.
right. That's
so-
right. They ended up winning it.
I mean, I was expecting Neymar to like finally, I don't know, make a name for himself outside of playing with Messi and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, what's happened to his career?
Oh my gosh.
It is stalling out.
I think the problem with him is, for one, injuries. For two, he left a stronger league to go to a smaller league, which
Yep.
just doesn't look good. And three, he's not like volume. Like in this time period, you gotta have just crazy numbers, a la Messi.
He's like switched up his play style a lot because he used to be like a lot of volume. He's just
Prolific,
full
right? Yeah.
bags of goals.
Well,
but
how's he
now
playing
he
now?
was just a cog in. I mean, he wasn't cog, and he was a pretty, sizable cog.
he was like
He was big, big cock.
he was who I don't know. I feel like now you just always see him just getting the ball
He tries to play hero
in front
ball.
of two
Yeah,
different lines.
exactly.
Of,
That's what I see. Like a schoolboy. Like he's the best kid on the yard. Like
I mean, he
Yeah.
is.
it's
Yeah,
like yeah, we
but
get
I
that,
like that.
But
but
you can't win a Champions League like that.
Yeah.
you would look so much better if you just I don't know. He shouldn't be in that role. He should let
No.
someone else take up
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love when it seems that front three of Neymar, Mbappe,
It's a
and
gorgeous
Di
front
Maria
three to watch.
are just all hitting it off. What was that Champions League game where Di Maria just was spraying passes all over the field?
Was it
Wasn't
this
it-
season? This Champions
Yeah, it was
League
this season. It was
Who did they beat to get to City?
You know.
Bayern. They had to beat
yeah,
Bayern.
yeah, it was against Bayern. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Neymar has that famous. He has that nice little chop inside of
Yeah.
where he goes past Kimmich and I forget who else.
Which is, I mean, the way that Neymar disrespects top players is just crazy. So, but we had Chelsea winning it. Let's talk about the Chelsea City game. Evan. Pep overthinking things again?
Bald fraud.
Ball
so,
fraud?
so easily. Like, come on. Why like why fix like Why try to fix something that ain't broke?
Right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I love seeing Foden playing out wide.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Rodri? Where was Fernandinho?
Right.
You know?
I mean,
they needed someone like that.
Yeah, like didn't you get Rodri for
Keep
that
the
whole
composure.
reason?
Yeah.
Was to replace like an old Fernandinho and just to have a nice little spine in your midfield. And then he tries to play Gundogan as like your holding mid, and he gets
who has like
ripped to
12
shreds.
goals this season?
Yeah, he
Like
needs
he's
to
not a
be going
defensive
forward.
midfielder, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's just
I mean, one
Pep
thing.
just ever tinkering once again.
Yeah, overtinkering.
I mean, that's kind of similar to
starting his own demise once again.
It's kind of similar to what happened in the, I mean, not exactly, but with the Europa League final in Pogba, in that they didn't play Fred, you know? I mean, they just played McTominay and holding midfield. And so Pogba was kind of limited. He had to track back a lot more and wasn't really able to, he's usually most dangerous, you know, around the 30-yard, right outside the box, where you can chip a little ball to the far post or take a shot. We all know he loves a shot.
Yeah.
I wasn't too mad about him putting Raheem in because I thought
that was a terrible decision.
I think it's not a bad decision to bank on just your best players in the biggest games, but
he just hadn't been playing.
It's just the whole thing in the midfield was just like,
my thing is, if you have, like, this is what he did against Lyon, right? And this is what he does against Chelsea. City's game is the best game. Like, they're playing the best football. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
They're playing the best football. So why try to change to your opponent when you're playing the best football? Chelsea should be trying to change change their game to try and beat City. City should be trying to force their game down Chelsea's throat.
Yeah, you watch the best teams impose their will on their opponents. And
I mean, I hate to say it,
City
but
was not doing that in the final.
In that game, City? It was at the Emirates. It was an Arsenal game in the Prem, where we lost. I think it was to a Sterling header or something, you know, in like the 27th minute or something like that. And then City before that and after the goal, they just numbed the whole Arsenal team with those passes. You know? And I think if they control possession, best team in the world. I mean, any Pep team, actually, if they control possession, best team in the world, unplayable.
Yeah, and also they're counter-pressing. So they have this counter-press that's really demanding of their players, and Chelsea was beating the initial press. But who do you have behind that press when that happens? Fernandinho and Rodri to clean up and cut passing lanes and cover for your back line.
Instead, just little Gundogan.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys saw it.
Who is a great player, very tidy.
Yeah.
But that's just...
I love that goal against Tottenham he scored this year where he caught the ball over the top.
Oh, my gosh.
Turns Davinson Sanchez with one touch. You know?
He made Davinson Sanchez look like a little kid or something. It was so bad. Just bodied him. Okay, so let's go to the Europa League. You guys watched this game, right?
I watched most of it, yeah. I didn't watch all of it.
Unai with another trophy.
And you know, that is amazing. I heard this stat. I forget how many thousands of seats were left, but the whole town of Villarreal can fit in Old Trafford with like a few thousand seats still left around it. You know? And so that must mean so much for a city like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't imagine.
Well, I mean, I don't even think this is a hot take, but signing of the season, Danny Parejo.
Oh.
Stole him from Valencia easily. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, the commentators were saying it a lot, but it was so evident how composed and just how calm he was under pressure. And he was probably just always thinking of the next thing, the next pass, but he never let himself get too worked up.
Right.
You know, he didn't let his thoughts move too fast.
So these subs, I think I've heard a lot of people talking about these subs that Solskjaer was making. They were too late. He didn't play a certain player at a certain time.
Yeah, so, you know, a famous super sub himself, as was for United.
Right.
he had a problem with making substitutions. He seemed to leave it to the subs that he made were all for the penalties, which ended up, that
worked, I guess.
I'm sorry, but that is one of the best penalty shootouts I've ever seen.
That was ridiculous.
It
That was insane.
Like they just never missed, and each Villarreal.
I felt like I was watching like a FIFA.
Yeah.
Like someone just playing FIFA, just perfect PK every time.
The Villarreal penalties just seem to keep getting better. Ruli's was like in the top shelf. It was amazing.
What Arsenal? What's his name? Who's the Arsenal
Coquelin.
CDM? Yeah, stepped up and took an awesome.
Oh yeah, slotted it right in.
Love to see that.
So,
Francis.
De Gea hasn't saved a penalty in like 30
fraud.
pens
Been
or
saying
something.
it for years. He's a fraud.
Man,
I've never seen a demise like that of a goalkeeper.
Besides Keva's, but yeah. Keva's, that was rough.
God, I was fighting for Kepa for a while, and it was a fight I had to concede.
Where he came from, Bilbao, or?
Yeah, Bilbao.
Yeah.
Well, he was like a Madrid player at one time, and then bought by Bilbao.
I thought they picked him up from like Dreer.
Dreer won a state championship.
Never forget.
Was it last year or 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So he De Gea hasn't saved a pen in 30 games. I mean, doesn't Solskjaer know that? Like.
I mean, I think he was giving Dean Henderson the league starts.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the season, De Gea seemed to be starting. Guys, I mean, they have two great goalkeepers right now.
Yeah.
And I think with a goalkeeper, it is nice that clubs will, like Arsenal did with Emi Martinez last year.
Who had a world-class season.
Oh yeah,
like top 5 goalkeeper numbers.
He was so good. I mean, whether
he looked so commanding too. He looked like Oblak in goal. Just he just literally commands everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think like with a goalkeeper, you do need stability in that position, whether it's over years or over an entire season.
So you would keep De Gea in. You'd keep one guy in.
Well, I think I would have started Henderson for the entire season.
Yeah.
Based off of what he did we see where Sheffield is at right now.
Right.
They're in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve to maybe have negative points. Like,
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
Maybe should just go down to League One.
Yeah. I was so disappointed in that. I actually had them staying up and staying in a similar position, which I think is completely reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they weren't bad. They weren't bad before. I mean, they always performed.
Great,
McGoldrick always performed against Arsenal, I swear.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
a
was
lot of people always perform against Arsenal.
Where did Aston Villa end up?
Oh, good question. Let's go.
But it was amazing.
Aston Villa 11th.
It was amazing how they kept going. Even
a lot
after
of competition.
Grealish, their talisman.
Yeah, they were. They were like tough
for a while.
They topped the league for a while.
They were up there for a while. Yeah.
I mean, they had Ollie Watkins.
Watkins, jeez,
he was immense.
He was balling.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. I think he
who'd
scored
they pick him up
a goal
from?
or two on us as well.
I forget.
They picked him up from a championship team.
I forget who it was. Might have been. No, I mean they were in the championship. I think he played for Villa.
Is he English as well?
Yeah, he's English.
He built like just like Calvert Lewin.
I think one of them made it into the squad and one of them didn't. I forget which one.
Yeah, let's go to that. So
let's quickly, wrap.
We're gonna talk about the Euros, but let's start off with this controversial English roster selected by
only controversial
Southgate.
if you were Liverpool or United or Chelsea fan, I believe. Who?
So
let's pull that up.
So I can read the list out.
Yeah, Oliver, you take
me.
Oliver, help us out with this.
The goalkeepers are Dean Henderson, the Manchester United #1.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Johnson, for Leeds.
Johnson.
Or sorry, no, he played for West Brom, right? I think he played. Yeah, he was West Brom. And then Pickford, of course, the scrappy little kid from Everton.
Pickford is why Liverpool lost the season.
Just in case there's like a brawl fight at a bar or something. Just
Pickford's your man.
That's why Pickford's there.
Pickford's your man.
You know, he looks like he could get hit with like a baseball bat and just.
He just smash a beer over his own head.
The most controversial.
More.
The most controversial decision by Southgate was the selection of 4 right backs.
How do you play with 4 right backs?
Well, he's not going to play with 4 right backs. I mean, he selected Trent, Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool, Reece James, Champions League winner, Kieran Trippier, La Liga winner, and then Kyle Walker. You know, and all of these players have played either wing back, right back. I forget who has even played left back. I think Reece James has played left back like once or twice. And then like Kyle Walker as well has played center back. So
who are you?
In a 3 especially.
Who are you?
How do you see him lining up? I could see that being perhaps like a 5 in the back.
Yeah, I think they'll try to do, especially if Maguire is still injured. And rush. You don't want to rush him back to fitness.
Probably be like Walker as like a right center back, and then they'll pick.
What I would do as well. Yeah.
They'll pick like probably Trent.
Well, I'm putting Trent there, but
it's wing back maybe. Trent or Trippier at wing back, I think.
Yeah,
I kind of see him putting Reece.
Yeah, I think Reece starts before
I would
Walker.
put Trent, but I see him putting Reece.
I could also see him putting Reece too. I mean, he does have a couple of really good options, so.
Yeah,
it's a good little headache. Good little headache for him.
Now, let me continue reading this
please.
before we get too sidetracked. So after the 4 left backs in the defense, they got Ben Chilwell, Connor Cody, Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings, the great Aston Villa player, Luke Shaw, Mourinho's arch nemesis. John Stones, who was fantastic this season. Oh my goodness.
I blame it on
We'll see how he does, without Diaz next to him. And then in midfield, they only selected 5 midfielders, but they do have other players. Like Trent can probably play in midfield as well.
Right, and they probably going to play with the back 3, right?
But they got Jude Bellingham. That kid is...
Ooh, I can't wait to watch him play more.
Yeah.
How old is he? Is he like teenager?
Well, they retired. When did they retire his shirt at? Where was it? That was at Sheffield Wednesday or something. Or where did they retire his shirt?
It was Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't
Sheffield
it?
Wednesday.
I don't know.
I forget who it is. Or it was Birmingham. It was Birmingham.
That's right.
He can ball.
But
yeah, he's unpressable.
Yeah, and then they have Captain Jordan Henderson, or not Captain.
Yeah,
is he the England captain?
Sir Jordan Henderson.
Yeah,
he has earned my respect over the past couple of years.
And then
if you asked me that 5 years ago, I'd have been like, he'd scrub.
Well, I'll be interested to see how much.
He said, "Oh my gosh, he's 17."
Yeah. Absurd.
Dude.
And what's the kid for Bayern?
Jude. I can't wait to hear all the England people just singing that song for him.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude. I don't know in what kind of context it'll be, but I'm sure they'll do it.
They'll find some way to do it.
It's like how they did it with Giroud.
Yeah, that was
hey,
Nah. We should probably wrap things up. I'll continue
Giroud.
But we got
thank you.
We got a musical interlude as well. But they have Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, and Declan Rice all in there as well. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling, and their best player, Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
Remember the name.
So what's the controversial?
Yeah, why is everyone on Twitter pissed off?
So everyone was just
who they want.
They were like, why did he pick 4 right backs? And all that. But it's not. He picked 4 exceptional players.
Yeah.
Exceptional defenders. They can play in midfield. They can. They're one.
It's just good to have that quality in the squad.
But yeah, I'll be interested to see what
they do. Any notable
they're not doing anything
in the midfield?
I mean, you can say Jackson Ward-Prowse, but I don't think they'll really be missing him too much.
Me neither.
Seems like
he is a guaranteed goal if you have a spot kick from.
Yeah.
almost anywhere.
I just think
That's a
they
bucket.
they
That's
bring the
dope.
same. He brings the same type of players every time.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing different options for each position.
Well, I think Saka is great. He'll offer a lot of
Yeah.
versatility.
He could play left back. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put left back. That's true.
Shoot.
He was a great left back when he played for
Yeah,
us.
he was
Yeah,
doing
better
well.
than Granit Xhaka, that's for sure.
Gosh.
Oh, wouldn't you?
All right, so Euros. We got some strong teams this year.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to see Big Ben's
Yeah, you know.
all in for the
Kareem.
France teams. Be like first
Yeah.
time I ever watched him play for France.
Yep.
I'm-
Yep, it's
that's.
wild.
I mean, that's where they've always been a little weak, right?
That's striker.
France.
Striker. I mean,
Yeah, I mean they kind of had that whole. It was like they didn't know if it was gonna be like Lacazette or Giroud that was gonna play there.
well, Lacazette has never been. He hasn't really been in the France team
Nah.
at all.
Who was it besides Giroud?
But they had Giroud. Well, so they had Giroud and Griezmann starting together, and that was during the World Cup. That was an
Yeah.
amazing partnership. But Giroud just hasn't played.
It was like a 4-2-3-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sometimes line up a little bit more narrow with Pavard and Hernandez pushing up.
Yeah,
but-
Pavard was something else.
Yeah,
It's a
Giroud's
cousin
just
Nacho.
he just fit in that team very well. It's just like a nice little focal point, and
But from what I've seen from the French training videos that they've put out, Benzema looks to have formed a good partnership with a lot of the players.
Valbuena? No.
I mean,
Oh,
dude,
no.
No, not Valbuena.
Yeah, we don't have too much time.
I
That's a
mean,
whole nother.
I love Benzema. I think he's the best striker in the world right now.
Even before Lewandowski.
Yeah, nah, I would pick him over Lewandowski. I think just in my team.
I mean, we'll see.
He's just a street baller. Like
Yeah.
you put him in any team, he'll ball out.
Yep.
All right, so who do y'all have winning the Euros?
Well, I think if France can get out of the group,
Yep.
I think they're definitely.
They're in a group with Germany, Hungary, and Portugal. That's going to be.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big
So
group.
unless Hungary can muster, unless what's the kid from Leipzig?
Holland.
No.
Oh, no,
Leipzig.
he's not Hungary, is he?
Szoboszlai.
Oh, Zobazla. Yeah,
Is
that
Holland
guy.
gonna be in the
Not
Euros?
sure quite how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, where?
Holland's
Let's
not
see
in
what
the
group
Euros?
they're in.
No.
They're not. He's not in it.
Who?
Denmark, right?
Huh.
Oh, they're in it. Yeah, they're in it with
Oh,
Group B.
yeah.
He's Danish. He's Danish, right? Is he?
No, he's from Norway.
Norway. That's right. He's with
Odegaard.
he and Odegaard.
But Denmark will be good. I mean, they have Yusuf Poulsen.
Yeah, they've always been a little bit of a dark horse.
I don't know if Nicholas Bentner is still playing.
The Lord.
He's probably just chilling with
So
the Snakes.
Group A looks like Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, Wales.
I think Belgium's gonna be pretty decent. I want to see how
Yeah.
Mr. Yuri Tielemans does.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is one of my favorite players.
What a season from that guy.
Dude, I remember like first hearing about him just from FIFA when he was
Yeah.
like 16 or 17.
He had like crazy
For
potential.
Anderlecht.
Yeah, for Anderlecht, he had ridiculous potential.
He had like some bombs, some like just absolute bombs. from
Yeah, it
30
was like
yards out.
5-star weak foot, long shots, long passing, you name it.
But yeah,
And he's really coming to his own on the Leicester team.
Yeah, finally.
It's
it
cool to
was
see
kinda-
him do it in the Prem too.
Yeah. Who
in
was
the
where was
FA
he at
Cup
before?
too. Monaco.
Yeah, and
Monaco and Arsenal. And how much was it? Like 23 million? I don't know why Arsenal were not just on that immediately.
Yeah.
You pay how much
so,
for Pepe?
So many.
76 mil for
Players.
Pepe. We got to do like
I
a
mean, Pepe's good. Don't get me wrong, but like, you need for a team like Arsenal, you can't. You need to spread the funds a little bit to establish that foundation. But hopefully next season will bring something good.
What else
Yeah.
we gotta cover?
um
So winners. Who we got winning?
I have Greece
gonna go with-
winning.
Are they even?
No?
They're not in it.
No, they're not in it.
Personally, North Macedonia.
Oh wow. I'm fighting you.
I mean, they got Werner. They got Werner thinking. They probably have him scared. He was the one.
They
were the
beat
ones-
Germany.
Yeah, they beat
Oh
Germany.
my gosh,
And
they beat Germany.
Werner, instead of letting the ball go to his back foot, tries to finish with his front foot and just completely puts it across goal.
All right, Evan, who you got winning?
I'm gonna go with
Netherlands, Spain, Germany, France, Portugal,
I'm gonna go with France.
Belgium, France. That's a good shot. All right, we
My
are.
dark horse will be
Well, can we run over for a little bit?
Belgium.
Okay, cool. Well, we're just
I
gonna
don't
wrap
think.
it up.
I think England's got a real
Sorry, go ahead.
exciting team, but I don't think that they've got the experience yet for
Yeah, and
I don't think
also
so.
a big tournament like
I don't
this.
think
I don't
they're
think it's
doing
going to show.
Also, when you have the press in England just, building them up so much.
Oh my God,
Just
they're
the
gonna.
worst press ever.
God, they suck.
Yeah.
And then even Gareth
Bring it
Southgate,
home. They're
even
gonna
Gareth
lose. They're not gonna
Southgate
get out
the
of the
other
group.
day said it is a failure if we don't make it past the semis or if we don't reach the semis. And just like setting that fixed objective, saying that to your whole nation, all your supporters, the media, for them, they can just that's a quote they can.
All right,
run away with.
I'm calling it right now. Watch Scotland beat England. Watch it happen. Scotland is a strong team.
Oh yeah, Scotland and their 23 left backs.
Yeah. Hey, England's got all right backs too.
Yeah, I guess we should wrap it up, right?
Yeah, cool. Okay. Well,
Looking forward to the Euros.
yeah, we can't wait. Italy's playing Turkey
on
Friday. Italy's got a strong team. I'm excited for that. And yeah, for our one viewer.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. All right.
See y'all next time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Cambió la pelota para Dario. El nene. La tiró por arriba. Sí, 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 sí. ¡Gol!
Temporada Fútbol. El programa de los futboleros. Con noticias en cuanto al fútbol local, la Liga Española, Liga Europea, Liga Sudamericana, la Liga Mexicana y lo más relevante en cuanto a noticias, controversias, resultados. Temporada Fútbol. Todos los miércoles a las 7 de la noche por 803 Megamix. Tan latina como tú. Temporada Fútbol. Fútbol. Fútbol.